The Vickers Valiant was one of Britain's nuclear deterrent bombers and was used during the late 1950s and early 1960s. It was the first of Britain's V-bomber trio that was made up by the Valiant, Victor and the Vulcan bombers and entered service in 1955. During the Second World War, large bombers such as the Lancaster, Stirling and Halifax would drop several tons of bombs over Germany, and in July 1945 it was decided that the future of Britain's bomber fleet should consist of high-speed, jet-powered bombers that were capable of flying at over 50,000 feet and capable of carrying nuclear weapons. In May 1951, the first Valiant prototype took to the air after just 27 months of the initial contract as having been issued. Interestingly, the pilot for that first flight was also a test pilot on the Spitfire program during the 1930s. The following year, a Valiant was sadly lost while studies were being made on the aircraft's engines, which involved them being shut down and restarted mid-flight. This caused a fire on the starboard wing, which led to the crew having to eject. Unfortunately, the co-pilot was killed when he was struck by the tail after ejecting. The Valiant entered service in 1955 and was powered by 4 Rolls-Royce Avon turbojet engines. Turbojet engines were relatively long and thin, allowing for them to be fitted inside the wing, unlike the turbofan engines of modern airlines which are fitted below the wings. The Valiant had a top speed of around 550 miles per hour and was kitted out with a large bomb bay. In 1956, the Valiant saw active service in the Suez Crisis, and a number of aircraft flew bombing missions over Egypt from their bases in Malta. That same year, the Valiant became the first British aircraft to drop an atomic bomb. In 1957, a modified Valiant became the first V-bomber to fly non-stop around the world without refueling, and in that year, a Valiant also dropped a hydrogen bomb over the Pacific. In 1958, a number of Valiants were converted into tanker roles and were operated from RAF Marham in Norfolk. The aircraft was also used as an electronic countermeasure by 18 Squadron at RAF Finningley. From 1962, in response to the Soviet Union's surface-to-air missile technology, the V-Force switched from high-level bombing to low-level bombing to try and avoid the SAM threat. This led to fatigue and corrosion developing the Valiant's wing spar, so in 1965 the type was retired from service as nuclear bomber.